Hi, this is Diane Sheldon-Ku with my Uber driver who is an international professional who has an accounting background. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, my name is Santos Gonzalez. I'm originally from New York. Now I'm living in Las Vegas, at least for the last 10 years. I arrived here as a result of my accounting background. I got a job in Las Vegas. It also took me to Atlanta and Puerto Rico and Mexico and briefly to Canada. So it's taken me all over the place.
Yep. You said Europe as well?
Oh, Europe. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you said you moved to Puerto Rico for a while?
I had to live in Puerto Rico for 6 years while we completed a couple of projects for the federal government, which is the contractor. Let me see, in Atlanta, we went there right prior to the Olympics. It was very exciting, the Olympics, and wow, it's a great time. So Europe was a short stint, but got to go to see Barcelona, which is where my family was originally from, so that was great. That was a plus.
What was it like living outside of the country for 6 years?
All right, there is an adjustment. Obviously, the customs are different. I just happened to be lucky that I had enough that I spoke Spanish, so that eased the transition. But still, it's an adjustment period. The customs are different. The way people do things or think about things, the perspective changes a little bit. So you have to be aware that, coming from New York and being kind of like from a fast place, going to Puerto Rico where everything is a little more laid back, so to speak. It was it's not. Sometimes I will make a call or an inquiry to be more exact. I will make an inquiry, and in New York you expect fast response. Over there you would you have to wait, and it's not that they were being rude or you have to understand that's just the way they move. It's just a little slower. Things just were a little bit slower.
It was like island time or something?
Yeah, I guess island time would be a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, did you have deadlines with these jobs? I mean, did it interfere with that?
Yeah. Sometimes, it could interfere with it. So, you have to make sure that you'll be on top of the game. So that way, if you did have an inquiry, you ask them with enough time to give it enough time to get the response. Also, another thing, Puerto Rico, unlike United States, most jobs in Puerto Rico are contract jobs. So you sign a contract for a set amount period of time, and then you can re-up at the end of that contract, but it's always a contract. 6 months, a year, it's usually the time. So, and then, they will have clauses like say, okay, you'll get a raise at the end of the first contract if such and such and such and such was completed. So that was a little bit different, where over here you just get you get evaluation and you get a promotion, whatever. No, over there, you got to sign a contract each year. You sign a contract to the next year, and so on and so forth. That was interesting. It's something you have to learn.
What kind of companies did you work in while you were there?
Well, in Puerto Rico, mostly I worked for the federal government. So I did accounting. I did some accounting for some of the offices over there. So the IRS office, so I checked the books, the accounts, what they were spending. How much, et cetera, et cetera. So that was my main concern. Basically, I was auditing. It was more of an auditing job, and I did that same for several other federal offices.
What about in Mexico?
In Mexico, we were doing a hotel. That was interesting. We were doing a hotel. Now that it's an international hotel, and because it was international, there was all these different currencies, and there was fluctuations of the currency, and that was quite a task trying to untangle all the numbers to make sure that the numbers were correct because of the differences in the currency value at one point or the another. So you had to backtrack and make sure that at that point it was that amount, not this amount. There was some problems with that, and that was a big hassle.
Yeah, we've been learning a lot about exchange rates, and as far as having set exchange rates and negotiating what the particular exchange rate's going to be that they agreed on. And
that's usually how they do it, but unfortunately, like I said, that was the main issue, is that they were floating the rates, and That was the finding.
Is that what we call it? We floating the rates. Okay, cool. All right, we get the picture on that one. So that sounds really good. We appreciate your time so much.
No problem.
Thank you so much for interviewing with us.
No problem.
All right.
Glad to be here. Hope I was of some help.
You were.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, all right. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye bye.